Let's talk about volume profile, accumulated data and accumulated information with spot markets, which is could be forex pairs or CFDs versus the futures. Generally speaking, the consensus is that uh, the the volume is not centralized, or the data is not centralized, it's not controlled when it comes to CFDs and spot markets. Therefore, the volume is not true volume. I've been doing this for a very long time. I don't know where that came from. Maybe it was true in the past, but looking at it, it's exactly the same. Data feed or volume that is accumulated with forex banks, forex brokers. It's very comprehensive. One of the things that I use as an advantage in my favor is using SierraCharts, which uses FXCM data feed, which is very comprehensive, regardless of your opinion of FXCM or my opinion as a broker. But the data feed, the volume profile is very comprehensive. And I'll go through some examples. What you see here is a NASDAQ NAS 100 CFD. It's a spot market. Look at the volume profile on the side. Let me smoothen it so you can be aware of it. There's other indicators as well, such as the DRLs here on the top. You see the orange level here that indicates high volume, and then green, and then blue. And if I expand it a little bit more, you will see more details. If I do this way, now pay attention to what you saw just now. Let's look at NASDAQ September contract, NASDAQ future September contract. It starts exactly the same. Even the indicators, even the DRL that are based, I have videos on the DRLs as well, you can watch them, but they are based on volume, but they are based on certain things. They all exactly the same, exactly the same. The level here, if I expand it like this, if I smoothen the edges of the volume profile, you will notice the same. See here, here's me smoothing the edges, and if I expand it a little bit, you will see exactly the same. You see the end? Do you understand this? It's very straightforward, folks. They go exactly apples for apples. If you compare apple to apples, it's exactly the same. Nothing changes. In fact, even when I give my future site signals, I uh, heavily depend on the CFD side or forex side for reasons. There is no rollover. It's continuous. There's no break into the low volume when it comes to rollover on the monthly basis, or sorry, quarterly basis, or even monthly basis. Let's examine a few more instruments so you will see the correlation between futures and CFDs or spot markets, forex, when it comes to their volume. Here's the euro and the futures market, euro September contract. And just beside it here is the euro USD spot market. Watch this volume profile accumulated here, right? Watch the movement, watch how it's moving. And then let's examine the euro US. And of course, there is a big volume here, point of control for this period. Like, same thing. Exactly the same thing. There are more indicators I put on the other charts on the future side, because this is my future site trading station. But you notice, I mean, it's exactly the same. Volume profile accumulated here, heavy. Um, it's exactly the same. Let's examine gold or gold. Here's your gold spot, which is XAU USD, right? You see it, how it's coming into this rejection area. And here's your weekly on the gold futures. You see that? So you see the correlation and the similarities between the two.